Good morning, everyone. It is time for an unboxing video, which I love doing. I love getting new fish. So I'm doing a bit of a fish trade with Glen Hawkins. So I've got some fish here from Glen that he sent me, and next week I'm going to be sending to him some fish that I had the opportunity to buy. There's three little pygmy cories, small species of cories. There's the pygmaeus, the habrosus, which is kind of the brown and black speckled one, and then there's also one called hastatus, or the diamond cory, and they're really cool. And I had the opportunity to get some, so I've been holding them all winter for Glen, and he sent me some of his live bearers, and so that's what's in here, and we'll open it up and see how they're doing. They've had a long journey, so it's been 5 days. They came from Canada, then they kind of have to go backwards before they can go forward. So they enter the US, then they go to New York, then they fly all the way out here to California, and takes about 5 days, and I think they're going to be doing okay. We'll see. Glenn he didn't have a lot of experience shipping this species of fish, which is the Girardinus uninotatus, or they call it the one spot top minnow, and we can go into the reasons I don't like using the term top minnow for live bearers as a common name. I'm going to refer to them as the one spot live bear, even though I think there's also another fish called a one spot live bear, but they're from Cuba. They should have the kind of reflective eye, and generally most of those Girardinus have kind of an olive body. So I haven't seen this species before. I'm really excited to see it. And anyways, back to the shipping. So 5 days in the mail. Glenn didn't have a lot of experience. He's hoping they make it. But I have a lot of faith in breather bags. I think breather bags are pretty amazing invention, and I think they work extremely well. So the fish, I was initially thinking they would go in here into this tank, but I've got some Blue Dream, which you can see some of the adults on the feeder, or the filters, excuse me, just starting to really ramp up in here. So without knowing whether these new fish eat cherry shrimp or not, I'm going to initially put them up here in the White Cloud Mountain tank. So you can see my white clouds up there. Tank's just doing well. I did put a little bit of Flourish Excel in there, and of course the jungle val just hates it. So looks green now, but it melted back. So that was unfortunate, because I was finally getting some good growth, and it was up here, and I did a foolish thing, and I added a little bit of Excel, and boom, they hate that stuff. So that's a challenge, but everything else is looking really good in that tank, and the white clouds just look great. So let's go ahead. Let's go see if I can handle camera and knife, which is probably not a good thing. Let's go ahead and open this up. Let's see. Okay, that's probably going to take too much dexterity. Let me put the camera down, and I'll see if I can open this up. Okay, sorry for that interlude. Alright, we'll get this opened up. And it's got a nice card from Glenn and his business and his aquarium society. So he's got live plants, live bearers, nano fish. That's really nice. Okay, so I love this stuff. It is just so it kind of conforms around the bags, which makes it really handy. And here we've got bag number 1, and they're looking great. 5 days, breather bags, no problem. So put that one down. See what else we've got in here. There looks like there's 3 bags, and three fish. They look fantastic. I mean, the water doesn't even look cloudy. It's really amazing. I mean, they look so good. And then number 3 looks like. And oh, she is a big mama. Look at that. She looks pregnant for sure. Wow, that is a nice fish. That is. You don't always get full adults with everything when you buy fish, obviously. So it's nice to see a big full size, ready to go female, and she looks amazing. So that is great. I am excited as all get to get these in the tank. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set them up on a drip, and we'll get them into the tank, and then I'll show you what they look like up there with the mountain minnows. All right. All right, so we've got the fish in the tank, and they're looking great. You can see they do have the one spot on their flank, basically where their gonopodium attaches. You can see a little female there. You can see a male there, and the big mama right there. And I think Glenn was right. His advice not to put her in with cherry shrimp. She looks, I mean, she just has kind of a streamlined body. She's about the size of a full-grown mosquito fish, something like that, a gambusia, but she's a little bit narrower, and she looks fairly active, like a strong swimmer. And the mountain minnows are happy to have some company. They're one of my favorites. They are just so much fun. And I've said it before that, you know, they're kind of a humble fish. They're everywhere, but when the males are just kind of showing off to each other, they are really cool. And the Girardinus have settled in really nicely. And I think they're going to do well in here. We'll leave them in here. We'll see how they do. And I kind of like the sand bottom look, the tan look with the light-bodied fish. Initially, when I had first tried Girardinus falcatus from Glen, and I still have some of those. They all turned out to be males, unfortunately. And they're in with my portholes. But I had them in down where the orange lines are right now, in kind of a real dark, dim tank. And I liked that too, because when they're in kind of that dim tank, these Girardinus, all you can kind of see is their little lamp eye, which is really neat. But I think they look really good in here. And they've certainly settled in really nicely. So there it is. There's a little unboxing, new fish. And I'm going to be sending out some fish to Glenn here pretty quick. This coming Monday, he'll be getting some Cory hastatus, Corydoras hastatus, the diamond cories. And then what I'll probably do is I'll do a little box up video on those before I send them out. I'm always weary of catching those little guys. They are so, any of those little micro cories are so hard to net. So that'll be fun. All right, we'll talk to you soon. Bye.